Good luck.
Thank you. Hi. Hello, everybody. My name is Sally, and I have the great privilege of being the sales manager at St. Giles International, and more excitingly, I look after the Turkish market. So I have the privilege of speaking to all of you prospective students. I'm going to be doing a short presentation today on St. Giles International and what we can offer you as an international student coming to study abroad in either the UK, or we also have a school in Canada. Now, before I start, I will be taking questions. So if at any moment throughout the presentation a question arises, pop it in the chat. I am more than happy to answer those, and we'll go through all of them at the end. So you will have that opportunity to do that then. Right, I am going to click on my presentation. So with any luck, you will.
Really, there is an issue, I guess technical issue about the connection, so we cannot hear you clearly now. Could you please refresh the page and join the stage again?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll try again. Sorry about that. I'll just be a moment.
No problem. Arkadaşlar, sesle ilgili teknik bir sorun vardı. Birazdan tekrar burada olacak Selin.
Okay, hi everybody. Is that working a little bit better now?
Yes, it's better now.
Fantastic. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience.
Could you please share your screen again for the presentation?
Yeah, absolutely. I am doing so now. So I am hopeful everyone will be able to see my screen in just a second. Let's see. Okay, how's that? Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's perfect. Thank you.
Fantastic, thank you. Okay, so I'm so sorry for those who missed it. My name is Sally, and I am a sales manager at St. Giles International. Just had a bit of a technical blip, but hopefully you can all hear me now. As I was saying, if you have any questions, please pop them in the chat. I am happy to answer them, and we'll do a little bit of a Q&A at the end of the presentation. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about St. Giles and what we can offer you. Now, first and foremost, let me give you a little bit of background into the school. So St. Giles International is a pretty old school, 66 years old to be precise. So we like to think we've got a lot of experience. We've worked with international students for 66 years. We have been around for a little while, and it just means that any questions, any problems, anything you'd like us to help you with, chances are we've had experience dealing with it before, and we'll be more than happy to support you throughout your language learning journey. Now, because we've been around for quite a long time, we've built up lots and lots of different nationalities coming to visit our school. So in 2019, we had over 100 different nationalities. What this means for you as a student is you will be speaking English. There will be limited opportunity to speak Turkish because there are so many students of different nationalities in your classroom. And you will see that a little bit when I go to the individual schools. Now, something that's a bit special about St. Giles is we are actually a family-owned and family-run business. So my boss, Hannah, is the granddaughter of our founder, Paul Lindsay, and her father, Mark, is our CEO. So they are frequently visiting our schools. They're based in London Central and day to day, but they're always around visiting the schools. Our aim is to make you feel like part of the St. Giles family. We are a friendly group, and that is certainly something we pride ourselves on. And on top of this, we've got 97, nearly said 95, and under solos. We have a 97% student recommendation rate. So really good sign if you want to come, chances are you'll love it. Or at least lots of our students have. Now, where are we based? So here is our location page. There are lots of schools to choose from if you do decide you want to come and join the St. Giles family. We have 5 schools year-round in the UK. So we've got 2 schools in London, London Central, London Highgate. We've got the beautiful historic city of Cambridge, Brighton by the Sea, and Eastbourne by the Sea as well. So we've got a nice variety of locations in the south of England. And we also have our fantastic Vancouver school. Now, all these schools have a minimum age of 16. Some have a minimum age of 14 to study at any time of year. But if you're even younger than that, we have some fantastic summer junior locations as well, if you fancy a summer camp. And they're from students aged 8 to 17. So if you want any more information about that, pop your name in the chat and I will be happy to send you through our portfolio of junior summer camps. So let me show you what kind of, oh, my screen's frozen. Okay, let me show you what I can offer you at St. Giles and why you might choose St. Giles over lots of different other schools. Firstly, old. Secondly, family-run business. Thirdly, we like to think we've got a location and a course for everyone. You know, we've got lots of different locations in the UK. We've got our Canada school as well. And with this wealth of experience that we've built up over time, sorry for my humble brags, we have lots and lots of different courses, and I will show you some of them on my next slide. What's a little bit special about St. Giles is we're renowned for our high quality teaching. And part of the reason for this is that we actually do teacher training at some of our schools. So this means that we train up a lot of teachers, and then we take some of the best ones to teach with us because we like to keep them on board. It also means that we're up to date with new teaching methodologies, classroom management skills, and we're really, really involved in the sector that we're in, so that you know that your teaching is going to be some of the best if you come with us. So good that the Queen has recognised us. So none other than the Queen of England herself, Elizabeth, shook hands with our CEO Mark in 2015, and we were honoured by her for our Enterprise Award. So that was very exciting, and that award sits in our London Central School. We also offer small class sizes. So something that's important for us at St. Giles is we really want each experience for our students to be tailored to them and very individual. So the maximum number of students in any class is 12. A lot of other schools are 15, so we keep it a little bit smaller. That's the maximum, but on average, our average number of students per class is just 10. So small class size, lots of personal attention, and a real opportunity for you to spend some quality time with your teacher and practice your English, get improving. Now, we also offer free e-learning. So we have an e-learning platform that you will have access to up to a year after you leave St. Giles. So once you studied with us, it's too late. You're part of the family and you're stuck with us. And that means that we'll be sending you, updates for our e-learning platform. You're welcome to practice your English continually on there. And we also have St. Giles Live. And this is our online learning that we offer too. So even when you're back home in Turkey, you're welcome to pick up your English if you're worried you're forgetting it. Hop online for a week and do that with some of our fantastic teachers too. On top of all these reasons, we are good value for money. So we are not too expensive, we're not too cheap, we're somewhere in the middle, and we have an option to suit all budgets. So I can let you know a little bit more about that when we go into the schools. We've got lots of accommodation options. If you prefer a residence, we can help you. If you prefer homestay, we can also help you there. And of course, we know our local areas very well. So where the schools are based, we know all the hotels, all the bed and breakfasts, and we've got those to recommend to you too.
Sally,
finally, we offer. Hi.
Sorry for interrupting, but attendees are mentioning they're having the issue about hearing you clearly. So I think there is a problem with the sound now. Could you please refresh the page and join the stage again? It's better now.
Yes, of course.
There is still issue.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I'll try that again. I'll just be a moment.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Arkadaşlar teknik problemden dolayı Sel'i sayfaya tekrar bağlanıyor. Birazdan tekrar burada olacak. Bağlantı kaynaklı bir sıkıntı var sanıyorum. Sesin gelmediğini ya da kesik geldiğini belirtmişsiniz. Bağlantı kaynaklı bir sıkıntı var gibi. Birazdan burada olacak tekrar. Welcome back.
Thank you. Is it a little bit better now? A little bit clearer?
Yes, it's better, but I think there's a general issue about the connection. So it starts better, but during the presentation, it might be not so clear.
Okay, let me try and turn off my camera. Sometimes that helps a little bit with the connection.
Okay, that may work.
We can give that a crack. Fingers crossed. Now let me share my screen again, so everybody can see. I'm so sorry, everybody, and thank you for hanging in there. With any luck, you'll be able to see my screen in just a moment and hopefully hear me with beautiful clarity. I'll make sure I'm speaking nice and loud. But yes, please do stop me again if there are any problems with the volume.
Okay, it's better now.
Okay.
Also, could you please speak slower? That may help too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Happy to. I will speak nice and clearly in the hope that everyone can hear and understand.
I can see the presentation, but only the white page now.
Yeah, me too. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Okay. So here we are. And the final reason for choosing St. Giles, for those of you who've just tuned in, very sorry, we're going through the 10 reasons to choose St. Giles as a school. The last reason that I would suggest choosing St. Giles is we offer excellent support for our students. So as I've been saying all along, you really are like a member of the family, and we go out of our way to support our students not only while they're studying with us, but also when they finish. They're always welcome to get in touch with any questions. We offer various sort of clubs and programs in the school as a form of support. So for example, we've been running a CV writing workshop in London Highgate the last few weeks, which has been particularly popular. We can help you prepare for job interviews, anything you need, we really are happy to support. And if we don't have a club for it, we are happy to make one. So let us know if there's anything you need while you're at the school. So they are some of the reasons that you might want to consider St. Giles. Now, what kind of courses do we offer? So here we have a nice little table of all the courses that we have across our St. Giles schools. So I will touch on these briefly, but the key things to remember are that we do our general English, we do exam preparation, we can prepare you for the working world if you need to use English in your job going forward. We've got English for special purposes, so we do our university studies and our art and design. We've got various fun English courses as well. So we offer Secret Cities, we offer the St. Giles Wizarding School of English and Wizardry. We do junior courses and family courses, and we also do teacher training if that's a path that you're interested in going down. So in terms of our general English, we offer a number of different types of general English. So we have a full day option from 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. We have a half day morning option from 9 until 1, and we have a half day afternoon option as well. Now, the difference in what you're learning on these courses is nothing. They're exactly the same. However, if you're looking to save a little bit of money, our afternoon courses are 20% cheaper than our morning courses, purely because they're a little less popular. So it's a really nice option for students on a bit of a budget. We also offer general English for complete beginners, general English for students aged 14 and over for our juniors, and general English for students over the age of 30. Again, what you're studying is the same, but it's just so you're in groups with like-minded people of a similar age. Now, we also do English for exams. So you can see we've got our IELTS, our TOEFL, TOEIC, Cambridge exams, so we can help you prepare for any exams that you have. And we have a nice little diagram in one of our brochures, which I'll send in the chat later. And it shows you how long it takes for you to move up a level according to the studies that we've seen and that we've conducted ourselves. So it's about 10 to 12 weeks to move up a level when it comes to English. And when it comes to exam preparation, it's definitely worth considering. If you're hoping to go from sort of, B2 to C1, leave about 10, 12 weeks to make sure we can get you there. Now, English for Work, we offer platinum courses. These are for students aged 21 and over. And they're a little bit more expensive because you're in much smaller class sizes. So in platinum, you'll be in a class of maximum 5 students. And in terms of the topic, you are purely going to be focusing on business. So you'll be doing negotiating in English or presentations in English, proposal writing. So it's very, very much business focused. We also have an internship program that we offer, and we have a 28 lessons, so a full day general English plus English for business in the afternoons. So as I said before, we've got some special purpose courses. If you're looking to study at university in the UK, General English plus English for University is a great course to help with your essay writing. It talks about how we like to structure essays in English and over here in the UK, and presentations, these types of skills that you'll need for studying at university. We also have General English and Art and Design. If you love your artwork, we can certainly help with the correct vocabulary in English as well. So this isn't art lessons in terms of painting. It's very much English lessons, but with a focus on art and design vocabulary. Now, in terms of fun courses that we have, we've got English plus activities for teenagers. So Secret Cities is a fantastic course that we offer at our London Highgate School, where we give you the opportunity to learn the parts of London that perhaps only locals know. So instead of going to Big Ben or London Eye and the key tourist attractions, you'll be really focusing on, Victoria Park or Regent's Canal and, the areas of London that perhaps not everybody knows about. So a little bit off the beaten track. And you'll be doing general English afternoon lessons, and in the morning and evening, you'll have an activity every day. Now, for those who love Harry Potter, we have a Harry Potter themed course, which is the St. Giles Wizarding School of English and Wizardry. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a fantastic option for doing general English in the morning and having Harry Potter focused afternoons. So you'll be going to Harry Potter film sets. You'll be playing Quidditch, you'll be doing potions lessons and different activities. And of course, on a Saturday, we will take you to the Harry Potter studio tours. We can't have you missing out on that while you're in London. So some great activities for those students under the age of 18. Now, we also offer our junior summer courses for students under the age of 18 and family courses. So if you would like to come and study with your son, daughter, little sister, little brother, you are welcome to with our family package. And this is general English lessons in the morning, and in the afternoon, three activities per week and 1 full day excursion on the weekend. So we might take you to a different city. And we are offering this course in Brighton, London, and Cambridge. So a nice twist on a traditional family holiday. Then, as I said, if you're looking to become a teacher, there is no better place to study than St. Giles, and you are welcome to take our Cambridge CELTA, the TKT, and our teaching courses there. Now, obviously, this has been a little bit of a strange year, so I wanted to include a little bit about coronavirus and just let you know how we're keeping safe at St. Giles. So essentially, if you come and study with us at the moment, it's not a bad time to practice your English because class sizes are much smaller. Our average class size is usually 10 students. At the moment, it's about 5 or 6, so lots and lots more personal attention there. We've got hand sanitizing facilities around the school. Students are wearing masks in common areas. And we're staggering the class time. So you will have different class times for than your peers. And this is for your safety. So we're not having lots of students in the corridor at once. Now, something we've got that's rather nice is our flexible booking guarantee. This means if you make a booking now, there will be no cancellation fees with the exception of a couple of student residences if you cancel your course or if you postpone till the end of 2021. So if you are not able to travel because of COVID, we have flexibility and you can cancel altogether and receive that refund, or you can postpone, which we would prefer because we'd love to see you at some point. So that's a nice option there. And you can see our schools have been open since the 13th of July. So they've been open for a little while now. Now I am going to talk a little bit about our locations briefly. So if you're struggling to choose where you want to study, this might help with that. Now we have a fantastic school in Brighton. I think it's one of the biggest language schools that Brighton has. St. Giles Brighton. Now this school is located right in the centre of Brighton. It's 10 minutes from the sea and 10 minutes from the train station, right next to all the shops, restaurants and the hustle and bustle. It really is in the heart of the city. Now for those of you who don't know, Brighton is known as London of the Sea, because essentially it's a very big city with lots and lots going on and all the cultural activities that London has to offer. But it's about 45 minutes to an hour away by train from London. So it's close by, but it's still got all the activities that you'd get in London. And you've also got the benefit of being by the sea. And you can see that picture on the right is a beautiful picture of Brighton Pier. Now, here are our statistics. We're in a big school, so we've got capacity for 525 students. Our average age is about 27, and you can see about 7% of our student body is Turkish. So if you imagine our average class size is 10 students, that's 1 Turkish student per class. I mean, depending on the level. But yes, we have quite a low number of Turkish students in Brighton. If you're looking for accommodation in Brighton, we have a fantastic residence, the George Street residence, a 5-minute walk from the school. So you can roll out of bed and into lessons. And it's obviously because the school's in the centre, it's right next to the pubs, the restaurants, the cinemas, everything that the heart of Brighton has to offer. We also have a brilliant homestay network in Brighton. So if you have any special requests and you want to stay with a family who has no pets, for example, let us know. We can certainly help and we'll try our best to accommodate any special requests you may have. So that is a little bit about our Brighton school. And you can see on the map here is where our school is. So as I was saying, very, very close to the sea and the station. In fact, it's in between the two, right in the heart of the city. It's 25 minutes away from Gatwick Airport, so it makes for an easy transfer, and just an hour from London. So a really nice option if you're hoping to see more of the UK as well, because you've got London on your doorstep, Eastbourne not too far away. You're not far from Oxford or Cambridge as well. So a lovely, lovely choice if you're looking for a bit of sea air, a big school in a bright sort of culturally vibrant city. I would suggest Brighton is a good option. Now, Cambridge. Our Cambridge school is the baby of the group. So we have only bought St. Giles Cambridge in 2017. Now, that means that it's completely new inside and it's very, very modern. So we fully refurbished the school in 2018. In terms of a location, if you're looking for the traditional English experience with the cobbled streets and the beautiful cathedrals and the very famous university, Cambridge is a fantastic option. It's also, our Cambridge school, as you can see from the size of Brighton, is very small. So we've only got a capacity of 170 students. This makes it very, very friendly. And all the teachers will know, all the students' names. It's a very easy school to meet people, make friends, and it's a very safe city. And that's why we allow students aged 14 and over to study in Cambridge. You can see our average age is about 24. Now, in terms of the nationality mix, 9% of our student body is Turkish. We get a lot of Italians, a lot of Swiss students, and then, sort of Turkey, Spain, Brazil, all very similar amount there. So a real mix there as well. So you'll definitely be speaking English, as you will in all of our schools. Now, Eastbourne is the next school in the group. Our Eastbourne school, for those of you who haven't heard of Eastbourne is known as the sunniest city in the UK. It's absolutely beautiful. Lots of people in the UK go on holiday to Eastbourne, and it's very popular for people that retire, which means that the population of Eastbourne tends to be lots of elderly people and lots of students. So it makes it a very safe place, that is for sure. Now, our school, which you can see in the second picture, this beautiful white building here, is located essentially in front of the sea. So you can see the sea from your classrooms. You are a couple of minutes walk away from the beach, which is pretty magical. What's special about Eastbourne is it's a very natural area. So if you like nature and you enjoy being outside, the beach is at your doorstep, and South Downs National Park is very, very close by. Now, our Eastbourne school is the cheapest in the group. So if you're on a bit of a budget, Eastbourne is a great place to go. London and Brighton, big cities, can be quite expensive. Cambridge is quite expensive too. Eastbourne is very, very kind of much cheaper than the other schools, and you'll get a real saving in terms of accommodation, if you go out to restaurants and things like this. We allow students aged 14 and over at Eastbourne because it's such a safe area. It's a really nice place. If it's your first time going abroad by yourself, it's a very, very friendly school, and our average age is 21. So it's the lowest average age. You can see about 5% of our students are Turkish, and we get lots of Swiss, Italians, Saudi Arabians, Germans, Spanish, Brazilian, Russian, so lots of nationalities there as well. Now in Eastbourne, we do not have a residence accommodation option, so we just have homestay. But what's special about Eastbourne is they are the closest homestays we have. So homestay accommodation is about 10 to 40 minutes away, and often this is by foot. So lots of our students can walk to school, which is quite nice. You get that traditional English experience walking to your school. Now, it's just 50 minutes away from Gatwick Airport, but you're only an hour and a half from London. So if you're looking to be by nature and have that sort of peaceful life in the week, but on the weekends you might want to go to London or Brighton and find the parties, there are opportunities to do that with it being so close. Now, our next school, London Central, is the school that I'm usually located in. It is our biggest school in the group, and it is right in the centre of the action. So quite the opposite of Eastbourne, if you're looking to be in the heart of the city, in the hustle and bustle, next to the British Museum, not far from all the theatres, you can imagine the social programme at our London school is brilliant. And it's a really vibrant, bustling school with lots going on. Now, our London Central School has one of the best nationality mixes of the group, and you can see below that no nationality has more than 13%. So only 7% of our students are Turkish. We're huge and have capacity for 720 students. What's quite special, and is my favourite thing about the school, is that we have a rooftop garden. Now, this is very rare in London, so you've got a rooftop garden with fantastic views over the city. You can see it in the picture on the left at the top. We've got a beautifully refurbished cafe. We've got a platinum lounge if you're looking to study business. It's a really great school. And if you're looking to stay very, very close to the school, we actually have a residence upstairs. So if you literally want to get out of bed and go straight to your lesson, you'll have to wake up 5 minutes before because you'll be just the floor above. So it's a really nice choice. We've also got another residence 15 minutes away from the school, and we have homestay accommodation between 45 minutes and an hour away. So a little bit further for homestays, but because the school is right in the centre of London, I don't know many people that live in the centre, so you've got to travel out a little bit for that. Now, in terms of location, as I said, you're very close to the British Museum. If you like shopping, it could be dangerous because you are about a 10-minute walk away from Oxford Street, one of the busiest shopping streets in the UK. So I find myself on my lunch break spending far too much money because it's so close by. So you really are in the heart of the action. You could not get more central, and we've got to be probably the biggest school in central London, right in the heart of everything. So a really, really nice choice. If you want to be in with the action, you can see where we are just there. So we're right opposite Russell Square. So we've got a beautiful park directly in front of the school. If you do fancy a bit of a break from the city and head into nature. Otherwise, we're right in Bloomsbury, next to the British Museum, and not far from, you know, Soho, the theatre, Covent Garden, everything you could want to be close to in London. Now, we also offer another London option. So what's different with our London Highgate School is this is a much more peaceful, quiet school, not in the action at all. It's actually in a very, very famous suburb called Highgate. Now, Highgate is very affluent, so it makes it quite a safe area. It's very green with lots of parks, and you can see from the front of the school there, it's a really beautiful school, and it feels like you're in the countryside, but you're only 20 minutes away from central London, which is pretty amazing. My favourite thing about our London Highgate School is we have the most beautiful garden, and the cafe is actually all glass, so you can see out into the garden. We did yoga in the garden last summer. It's a really fantastic school, and we allow younger learners here. So like at Cambridge and at Eastbourne, we accept students aged 14 and above. We also accept students aged 14 and above in Highgate. You can see our nationalities in the bottom right. So just 7% Turkish, and this is where we do that Secret Cities course and the St. Giles School of English and Wizardry. There we are. You can see we're just a few minutes walk, 6 minutes to be very precise, from the Northern Line. So we're in zone 3 of London. There we are. So just a few stops into the centre there. And our very central school is there. So it's Holborn, Russell Square. So you can see only 20 minutes. That's not far at all. And our final school, which is actually completely on a different side of the world now, in Vancouver, is another boutique school like Cambridge. So it's a very, very small school located in the incredible city of Vancouver. I may be biased because I'm British and I only get to visit Vancouver on holidays or work trips. It is an incredible city. If you love being in nature, but you also love the city and, you know, being in a busy environment and you don't want to have to choose, Vancouver's a fantastic choice for you. It's located in the financial district. So we are right in the heart of the financial district, not far from lots of tourist attractions like Stanley Park and the harbour. And we actually have the oldest average age at our Vancouver school. So our average age is 31. So if you're a mature learner, this will certainly reflect that, and you'll be studying with lots of like-minded people. You can see 3% of our students are Turkish, so not much chance of speaking Turkish, that's for sure. We have mainly Brazilian and Swiss students at our Vancouver school. So a bit of a different nationality mix there. As I said before, it's like Cambridge in that it's very small. So it's very, very friendly, 170 students maximum. And it has a fantastic social program. So you can imagine they go to ice hockey games, the theatre, they go to national parks. So it's a real varied mix. It's the type of activities you get in London, you know, kind of the theatre shows, the going to famous landmarks and parks in the area. But it's also got that nature element. So they go on trips to national parks at the weekend and they can organise things like this. So it's a fantastic option for students that want nature and the city. You can see here we are, downtown Vancouver in the financial district. Like I said, you're not far from Stanley Park or from the harbour. And in terms of accommodation, we have 2 residences within a 20-minute walk away, and otherwise you're looking at up to an hour for homestay accommodation there. You can see we're just 25 minutes away from the airport, so we are not far at all. So that concludes all the locations that we offer our year-round schools at. Now I'm going to close off sharing my screen. Let's see if I know how to do this. And I can go through with some of your questions. So please feel free to pop up with any questions. I'm going to pop my camera on. I'm feeling brave. But if you can't hear me at any point, please let me know. We'll turn it back off again. Let me have a little look.
All right. It's better now. But, not very well, actually, but it's better.
It's a bit better?
Yes, it's a
Shall
bit
I turn? Let me turn the camera off just in case.
I think it works, actually.
Pardon?
I think it works.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's definitely a good sign.
Also, Sally, we have some questions in the questions tab.
Yes, okay. Well, maybe I'll start in the questions tab there. I can see we have a question from Faiza. Is the first question, which branch has the minimum Turkish student population? Is that the first question, Bertie? Have I got that right?
It's the first question.
Yeah. Fantastic. So hi, Faiza. Thank you so much for your question. It's a good question at that. So our minimum Turkish population is actually at our Vancouver school, where it's just 3%. So if you are looking to not meet another Turkish person, you've got the best chances of doing that at Vancouver. But none of our nationality mixes in terms of Turkish students are over sort of that 10% mark. And again, with an average number of 10 students per class, you shouldn't get more than a few other, we're very careful with our nationality mix because we know it's important to our students. So there should never be more than sort of 2 or 3 of one nationality in any given class. So I hope that helps answer your question. Pop back in the questions box or in the chat if you do have any further questions there. Now, I'm so sorry if my pronunciation isn't correct. I think it's Julia. Do you have... Oh, really? Thank you. I've been practicing my Turkish. Okay, so do you have any special accommodation promotion for the compulsory quarantine period? That is a fantastic question, Julia, and we do, yes. So what we're offering at the moment is we are offering Turkish students who very sadly have to quarantine, free quarantine for 1 week and 1 free week of online lessons. So you get 1 free week of accommodation in a student residence, and you get 1 free week of online lessons. Now, the only requirement for this that you need to bear in mind is that you need to study for a minimum of 10 weeks in our school. So you have to be coming for a little while to qualify. But yes, it's subject to availability. So if you have some dates in mind, let us know. But yes, 1 free week of accommodation and 1 free week of online lessons is what we are offering. Now, are accommodation prices more affordable than London? Is that in relation to a specific school, possibly? I'm not sure. Julia, please feel free to pop back in the chat. Do you mean, is that comparing it to a different school? Essentially, what I would say is London is the most expensive in terms of accommodation. Otherwise, the cheapest place is Eastbourne. Vancouver's quite cheap as well. And sort of Cambridge, Brighton, they fall in the middle. So London is the most expensive. Will you offer face-to-face junior summer courses, says Faiza. Faiza, we absolutely will. We're really excited for summer, and we were heartbroken that we had to stop our courses this summer. So yes, that is the plan. We will be doing face-to-face junior summer courses. And we also have some online junior courses as well at the moment for those who can't get over to us in summer. So we're offering both, but yes, our junior summer camps will be going ahead. Now, Merv or Merve, again, apologies for my pronunciation. Could you inform us about course fees and living expenses in Eastbourne? I absolutely can. So I've got my brochure in front of me now. Now, if you're looking at doing sort of 20 lessons per week, general English at Eastbourne, you're looking at about a price of about £260 a week. Now we have special offers for the Turkish market, which will take it a little bit further down. So at the moment, we're running a Black Friday promotion, which gives you 35% off that price, which will make it a little bit cheaper. But roughly that's sort of your weekly price. And in terms of accommodation, it's the cheapest accommodation in the group. And for a homestay, it's £140 per week for a single half-board room. So that's breakfast and dinner. And, you know, we're not doing shared rooms with COVID. So that's that one there. Which location would I recommend to improve your speaking skills? I've got to say, we go out of our way to practice an equal amount of sort of writing, speaking, you know, all reading, all elements of learning the English language. So you can improve in any location. In Vancouver, obviously, it's more Canadian English. At the English schools, it's more, you know, English from the UK. So it depends on, you know, what you'd prefer to learn. The chances are, if you're going to a city like Eastbourne, you know, it's not a big city like London or like Brighton. So chances are there won't even be sort of Turkish restaurants, or you won't meet many Turkish locals as well. That is what I would say. So for Eastbourne and Cambridge, you're likely to meet less people that can help you in Turkish, and you'll be speaking English more and more day to day, would be my suggestion there. And Faiza, your final question, how about average student age in summertime in Eastbourne? Now, I don't have the statistics to hand, but our average student age in summer at our Eastbourne school is lower still. So it's about sort of 18 in summer. So it gets a little bit lower because we do have more 14-year-olds who are able to come outside of their school term time. So it's definitely the youngest average age that we have there. Okay, I'm going to hop over to the chat. I think that's all the questions. Oh, hello, everybody who said hi. I'm sorry I missed this earlier. Merhaba, hi. Thank you for your messages. Oh, some of them are in Turkish, and I'm really sorry. My Turkish is terrible.
They were about the connection issue, so we solved it. But there was also a Turkish question about, not Turkish, pardon, it's in English. About the fees from Emirhan. How much fees, he asked.
Yes. Okay, Emirhan. In terms of fees, it varies from school to school and from what kind of course you'd like to do. If you're looking at 20 lessons in the morning, for example, you could be looking at about £250 per week if you're only staying for a few weeks. Whereas if you're staying for much longer, you could be looking at sort of £200 per week. So it really varies. And that's with our special offer added on top. Accommodation prices vary as well based on the school, but you're looking at more expensive in London and much cheaper in Eastbourne. What I'll do is I'll send you a link now to our fees brochure. And hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea on kind of what the rough prices are. I'm just going to grab that link now. And I think, is there one more question from Julia? I think about, yes, so you're asking the accommodation prices, are they different between London and Brighton? Julia, they absolutely are, yes. Brighton is quite a bit cheaper in terms of homestays. So if, for example, I pull up the homestay price of Brighton, you're looking at, let me get it now, about £170 for a single room per week. Whereas in London Central, you're looking at £203. So you're saving about £30 per week for homestay. And the residence in Brighton is quite well priced as well. It's actually because we own the residence. So it is part of the school. And the residence in Brighton, the price per week for that is £283, as opposed to the residence in London Central, which is a little more expensive, as is our Chapter Highbury residence, which is close to London. The residences in London are about £360 per week. So that is compared to that price of £280 in Brighton. So you're looking at about an £80 a week difference on residential accommodation and about £30 a week difference on homestay. So yes, Brighton is certainly a cheaper option when looking at accommodation. And you're not far from London as well. So it's a nice, it's nice to be able to hop over on the train. As I said, it's only an hour. So it's not far away at all. Now I have just popped in the chat. Let me do that now. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think my connection cut out. I've just put in the chat a link to our fees brochure, and I'll also put my email address as well. So I want to thank you all very, very much for your time today. I really, really appreciate it. It's been lovely to speak to you. I'm sorry I couldn't hear you or see you, but I really, really appreciate your questions and you listening. And if there's anything I can help with, if you have any more questions, please let me know. And you can send me an email. I'm very happy to help.
Sally, we have one last question in the questions tab from
Sure.
It's on the top.
Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Could you inform me about the living expenses for Vancouver? So, yes, the way it stands at the moment, Vancouver and Eastbourne are a very similar price. So, because of the Canadian dollar and the exchange rate to the Turkish lira at the moment, it is pretty reasonable to study abroad in Vancouver. So, you're looking at about $400 a week. For a general English 20 lesson per week course, although with the special offer on top, that'll be a fair bit cheaper. So maybe about 330 or so. And then in terms of accommodation, our homestays in Vancouver are pretty reasonable. It's just $245 per week. So when you think it's £140 per week in Cambridge, it's not bad at all. Very, very reasonably priced. And as I said, really, really low nationality mix of Turkish students, because I don't believe, and it may have changed, but I don't believe there's a direct flight from Istanbul to Vancouver. I think you have to go via Toronto. So yes, low nationality mix and very reasonably priced if you'd like to study there.
I think we covered all of them.
Amazing. I think we did. Guys, if anybody has, Faiza, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for your time. And if anyone has any more questions, as I said, really happy to answer by email as well. Thank you, Mother. It's been lovely to speak to you all. And I really hope that we can welcome you to St. Giles at some point in your language learning journey. I'm based in London Central, so if you make it, drop me an email and I'll come and say hello personally.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. You're so kind. And it was very fruitful webinar session and very detailed information. And thank you very much for all information you provided for the participants. It was very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me, and have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody. I hope to be in touch soon.
Thank you. Have a good day too.
Thank you. Take care. Bye, everyone.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.